Today, I would like to talk about some rules for the success, which is written by the Eric Barker. He just illustrated various the ways of for school, but he just illustrated various things. But it's some of them just quite impressive to me, and now I would like to talk about some of them with you. And the first of all, he explained it to us that the reason for that the number one at school cannot be number one in society or in business. He just explained perfectly the reason. And the first one, the being the number one at school is more, how can I say, just complying with the current how can I say regulations and or the schemes or the principles, which means, like, in other words, he is not the creative, just he is a follow the rule, just he is a mere follow of the rule. But in realities, in business world or in society, to be a leader or to be a successful in the business world, he should be more innovative. It means, like, he should be more creative, and therefore number one at school cannot be more creative in the business world. Therefore, it's like it does not guarantee that the number one at school be a number one in business world. And I fully agree to them, that idea. And the second one is the number one at schools is like the number one. How can I say it? In total, it's like he has a good grade at the math or the good at the science, or etc. etc. And he is overall, in total, he is the best. But in business world, and therefore someone is like A plus, he got the A plus in math, and but he just F at the biology. Then he cannot be the number one at school. But in the business world, it's quite different. If you are involved in some certain area, if you get the A plus, and then he can be a leader, or just he can be a number one, regardless of he is not so good in the other the fields of business. And therefore, I think number one at school cannot be number one in business society. It's quite how to say, clever analysis, and I'm very impressed. And also another interesting thing is he also illustrated some example, and some smart, is very capable analyst at the Wall Street. Let's assume, and he just he moved into another company. It's called maybe a scout. He's scouted, and then it is surprisingly he cannot just show the very more productive outcome, and he just explained that the reason for such kind of surprising phenomena. It means like the good report, which is written by the smart analysts, is a kind of how can they combine the outcome. Just how can I say? Maybe it can be done through all the supporting steps. It's a kind of teamwork. And just if very smart analysts alone move into another just a securities company, then he cannot fully support it by other the step. And also he should get used to a new environment. And therefore it doesn't work very well. And therefore normally he failed to very outstanding report. Unlike his previous performance at the previous the security companies. But just the old team which the smart analyst that belongs to move into another security companies, then the outcome is different. They still perform very good, how can I say, outcome. And you can see the difference, and because that's it's like the supporting step is fully just assisted, and therefore the smart analysts will do a good job in producing a very, it's like excellent report. And that is very, I think, very important, and therefore the teamwork is important. And it's a kind of we can learn a lot from this phenomena, and the environment and the team, and how can I say, such kind of thing is very important for the very productive the outcome. And also he just mentioned about optimistic approach will be very productive, and always keep the optimistic attitude and perspective. And the interesting is like he advised us to spend at least 5% of the available time to some unique or some kind of distinct activities, which will set yourself free and will be facilitated to be more productive. And also it is helpful to make yourself distinct from others. And I think that point is very also important. And also he just mentioned the two other things. One is if you compare the very capable person with the very, how can I say, self-confident person, in realities, self-confident person is more advantageous than the capable person in terms of a promotion. It's quite interesting. And the self-confidence, or is like, how can I say, self-confidence is very important. And therefore, if you act, you are a very self-confident person, then we'll just give some impression that you are a very capable person. But even if someone is very capable, but his attitude is not so self-confident, then maybe a little people are suspicious that he's capable. Yeah, but it is true. If they actually evaluate his capabilities through the evaluation of his work in detail, it turns out that he's very capable, but it takes time, and nobody just take this kind of the process, and therefore the impression is very important. If you act very positively and very self-confidently, then everybody think, oh, you are a very capable person, and very always they just think about yourself as very capable, and therefore, hey, just select some high position, then you will have a chance to be promoted. It means like a self-confident person is more advantageous in being selected or selected to the high position and or to be promoted than the actually capable person. And that is quite interesting. And this this gives us some hints, and therefore we always should act very self-confidently and positively. That will be very positively. That will positively affect others. How can I say, thought or evaluation on yourself, and we should keep in mind this very valuable tips. And also another one is like he put on emphasis on the, how can I say, the meeting with the persons. It means like he said, if you work for 1 hour, it means like it means that you lose an hour for the time to meet the other person. Yeah, in this case, other person means maybe mentors or some very capable person, which affect you positively use or just give some lesson or tips to you. And therefore, just only just spend too much time on just working for yourself is not how can I smart way to be successful in certain sector. I think this the meeting very how can I say mentor is much more important. Even if it's mentors, like you can get something from even the ordinary person, and therefore the, how can I say, the meeting or just the talking to with other persons is very important for your life. And I guess, therefore, we try to meet the very good persons, which give us some lesson or tips. And we need some kind of balancing between the work and the meeting. And yeah, this kind of thing is like very, how can I say, very useful tips for us to keep in mind for our life. And I would like to personally recommend you to read this kind of book. But I think this is very serious kind of book. Just maybe just look through the book and you get you get some idea. I think that is enough. Okay, thank you.